Hi everyone, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room and I have had such a great crafting week this week. I've got quite a few completed things to show you. Let's start with what I'm wearing. It is my finished Carl cardigan. I don't know if you can see the whole thing there. I will insert some modelled footage as well just to show you how it looks. Last I spoke to you, I only had one cuff to go. They're both done. I really like them and I can't even tell you how pleased I am with this. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. The buttons are so gorgeous. They're glass. I got them at the knitting and stitching show last year. And it looks great with my Maya tee. So I made this out of a remnant about 6 weeks ago. And it is what spurred me on to finally get this cardigan crocheted up. I've had the yarn for a year and the buttons, and I just hadn't got around to it for some reason. But as soon as I finished this t-shirt, I just thought the two would look great together, and I really think they do. I will say this top, it's a Marilla Walker Mayer top, and I don't know if you can see what I can see, but I bound the neckline and it's just not sitting as flat as I would like. And I did, just before I filmed this, re-top stitched it down because my machine happened to be threaded with white, which we all know is usually the biggest hurdle to me doing alterations. But when I finished this, I think I was rushing, and I've been sewing for 10 years and yet I still never seem to learn that when I'm rushing, I never like the finished result. And when something is a little bit off, instead of just going, it will be fine, I need to just stop and fix it, because I think I knew when I was doing it that the tension was wrong as I sewed down that neckband, and I've never been happy with it since it was finished. So today I restitched it. It's still not quite right, but I can live with it. I can live with it. And yeah, I'm wearing this with just some ready to wear black jeans, but I'm so pleased. The yarn I used was from Wendy Knits. It's recycled water bottles. So it's polyester effectively. And I have mixed feelings about polyester. In some things I don't like it, but for a top layer, I actually love it, because when I'm wearing a jumper or a cardigan, it's because I'm cold, and polyester is so warm and snuggly. So even though this top is short sleeved and it's a really cold and frosty day today, I'm perfectly warm enough in this. I'm just so thrilled with it. I absolutely love it. The main other thing I've been up to this week is finishing my dad's dressing gown. I've made a completely separate video about this, so I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I know not everyone gets served up all my videos, and I know I've been going on about it on Friday sews. So I thought I would just show you the finished garment. There it is. I'm super pleased with it, and I think he will really love it. I hope so. So yeah, that is all done and ready to be wrapped up. And whilst the machine was threaded navy and I had dressing gowns on the mind, I mended my summer dressing gown, which has been waiting to be fixed since I put it away at the end of summer. So yeah, quite a long time, eh? And all it was that these side slits had come undone. I don't know if you can see that I did a slit at the side, and it had literally just, the stitching had snapped. So on my dad's version, I actually didn't do side slits because I thought it's just some mending waiting to happen. And what I have done on mine is I did a little bar tack. I don't know if you can see it. It's not actually the neatest stitching, but maybe if I hide my face, it will focus on a little bar tack I did just to hopefully reinforce it there. I'm not sure if it will work, because honestly, it could just mean that the stitching is so strong now the fabric is the weakest link there. Little bit nervous, but anyway, glad it's fixed. If and when I make this again, I probably will just eliminate the slits, because yeah, I only made this in spring. I only wore it one summer, and already it's spent 3 months on the mending pile. But I am glad I got that done and out of the way. Once I'd finished Dad's dressing gown, I also found I had enough of a remnant of, I'm looking for one because they're all over the classroom still, of the twill. So you might remember that the contrast I used for Dad's dressing gown was a lyocell twill that I used to make some Vogue cargo pants. and I was not too pleased with the pants. I've worn them a lot, actually. I don't think they're the most flattering things ever, but we've moved past that, haven't we? Nice clothes are nice clothes. So I have been wearing them a lot, but I did have enough fabric left to follow a reader's suggestion and add patch pockets onto the back. So I will insert some footage of me wearing them with the patch pockets. Let me know what you think. I do actually think it's a big improvement. I will say, because there are no pattern markings, I really struggled with where to place them. So kindly in the comments, will you gently tell me if they're too high or too low or just right? Because it's very difficult choosing pocket placement on yourself, isn't it? I cut the pockets out, pinned them on, turned around, had a look, everything's twisted, it's hard to see, looking in a mirror. In the end, what I did was video myself from behind a couple of times, pinned one on, pinned the other lower, videoed it walking forwards and backwards, move one up, move one down. I don't know. I did my best. But let me know what you think of where I place the pockets, and also if there's like a formula I can use. Is there an accepted way to work this out? Because, yeah, as I say, because I added them of my own accord, there were no markings on the pattern, so it was really guesswork. I showed you last week a snowflake garland I had been making for our kitchen from crochet, and I asked if you'd like a tutorial, and a few people kindly said they would. Well, I have tried to film it, and you guys, I'm sorry, my technical skills are just not up to it. We got a lovely 5-minute video showing every single pore on the back of my hand in sharp focus, and you couldn't see what I was crocheting at all. It was super blurry. So there will be no crochet snowflake tutorial, I'm afraid. But you know what? Have a look on YouTube. In my life, I have never been asked by my kids to crochet something that I couldn't find a tutorial on YouTube for. And we're talking things as far apart as an owl and a carrot. Honestly, it's such a great resource. I'm sure you'll be able to find something. The last thing I've been doing is some cutting out. So I cut out usually in the house, in the kitchen, because the worktop is a good height for me. And on these cold and chilly, dark evenings, I have found that coming over to the craft room to get fabric has been an impediment to cutting out. So what I've started doing is I have a drawer in the kitchen where I keep all my scissors and pattern weights and rulers and things. And I've started tucking the next project that I want to cut out into that drawer. And it's made a huge difference. This week of an evening, I have cut out 2 things, both from my autumn plans list. And yeah, I think they're going to be the last autumn makes I get to. One is a nice simple t-shirt, and one is a sweater dress, which is a little bit more of an involved make because I'm using French Navy Roscoe, which has a zip. And even though I've made that top twice already this year, I can't remember anything about the zip installation except that I need to go slow and follow every single pattern instruction to the letter. So they're going to be the next 2 things I make, and then I will be done with autumn sewing. I'm going to film you a little wrap up of everything I made this autumn. I do like to get the craft room kind of shut down for December. So I don't know how much I'll be doing in the next few weeks, but I have got a few videos planned. I love statistics. I don't know if you do, but I have a spreadsheet with all my sewing projects on. So I thought I'd do a little roundup of the 2024 sewing. Maybe I'll also plan some goals and makes for the new year as well. So I know we're only at the end of November, start of December, but yeah, I really feel like I'm getting ready to wrap this shit up because since we're having visitors over Christmas, I just can't have the craft room filled with half-finished projects. So actually, that's my next task. As soon as I finish filming this, is to tidy up because, as always, there's bits and bobs everywhere. Behind the camera is a big heap of pattern pieces. So for the rest of this afternoon, I'm just going to have a big old tidy up. I hope you've had some time to sew this week, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing my new cardigan, hearing about my sewing and crafting week, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.